Welcome back, guys. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. Today we're going to be talking about Tyler Johnson and basically my thoughts coming into 2024. I think he's an intriguing talent. I've always said that from the days that he came out of Minnesota, was drafted by Tampa in the 5th round, ended up winning a Super Bowl, had some interesting moments in the playoffs with Tom Brady throwing him the football, most notably against Green Bay in the NFC title game. He actually drew that pass interference penalty to ice the game. But this is somebody that I'm very interested in because of the opportunity that presents itself. Before we dive into that, though, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JK Bogan, including Instagram. Let's get into it. So, Tyler Johnson, 6'1", 205. I mean, that's like the prototypical size, I think. I'd prefer my receiver to be, 6'1", 200 pounds, have some, muscle behind him so he can catch passes, whether he's, working outside or inside, can, catch passes through contact, can make plays, on the, after the run. And so Tyler Johnson is built like that. He's going to be 26 in about a month or 2 months. I think it's August, actually, is when he was born. So, right now he's only 25 years old. He's been in the league since 2020, but he was still decently young, age 22. And I look at Johnson as somebody that, I didn't really expect the Rams to bring him back just because I just didn't really see the fit. I thought there were plenty of guys, Ben Skowronek in a contract year, they were going to add through the draft. Well, they surprised us. They traded away Ben Skowronek. They drafted Jordan Whittington. And while Whittington could definitely end up taking that 5th spot, and I think he will, I think Tyler Johnson is intriguing situationally. And if there is, God forbid, any injury, I think he could do something on this team. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Tyler Johnson is the greatest thing since sliced bread because that would be lying to you. His first year in the league, 2020, age 22, with Tom Brady, he had 12 receptions on 17 targets for 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 9 first downs came on those 12 receptions. You fast forward to the next year, 2021, age 23. He started 3 games just like the year prior, 36 receptions on 55 targets for 360 yards, no touchdowns. 14 of those 36 receptions were first downs. So, what am I getting at here? This is a guy, he's a chain mover, okay? Kind of reminds me of Jason Avant in a sense. I think he's a reliable guy. I mean, he has a career 66.7 catch percentage. He had a 70.6 his first year. That's pretty darn good. I mean, it's not elite, but it's pretty good. He can, absorb contact and make plays, through the catch. Houston, he goes to Houston, nothing happens, okay? He was in 2 games, never had a pass thrown his way in 2022, and that was that. With the Rams last year, he played in the last game of the season, was called up from the practice squad. This is somebody that I heard was doing a lot of great things, on the practice squad in, practice. And, he earned his stripes, if you will. They brought him up for that Week 18 game against the 49ers. And while he only had 3 targets his way, and they weren't for very, big yardage or anything like that, he caught 2 of them for 8. And he got the touchdown from Carson Wentz. Also, one of those catches was, of course, a first down. So, Tyler Johnson with Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball. I think he's going to get an opportunity, a few opportunities. I don't think it's going to be crazy this year. But I do think good route runner, solid hands, solid, athleticism. He's somebody that I really expect to really come on strong in preseason yet again. He showed some signs last year in preseason, some flashes. I think he's going to do more of the same. And then I think he's going to push the Rams' hands where, I mentioned, last video, Brandon Powell and, guys like Austin Trammell and getting opportunities like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler Johnson was one of those kind of rotational guys that ended up getting those opportunities where all of a sudden you look at the box score and you're like, Tyler Johnson, 3 catches for 42. You just slide him right in there. And, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So is his role going to be huge? No, I don't think his role is going to be huge. He's the 6th receiver. I do think the Rams are going to keep 6 receivers. I think Johnson makes the team. I do think there's a chance if they don't deem Jordan Whittington ready, he's going to take the 5th spot. And there's a chance he can move his way into the 4th spot if, and of course, a lot has to happen here, but if they deem that Tutu Atwell just isn't a fit anymore and they trade him, okay, Tyler Johnson could end up taking over that 4th spot. There are opportunities here in this room. This is not the most competitive room that the Rams have ever had, but it is competitive. Don't get me wrong. It's a very talented wide receiver room, but it's different. You know, it's not like years past where you had Cooper Kupp and Sammy Watkins, Robert Woods, and, you know, Josh Reynolds as your 4th receiver. You know, it's not like, you know, Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and Odell Beckham Jr. And like, you know, it's different. At the same time, though, you could view Demarcus Robinson as somebody that's really established himself with this team already. And you could view Tutu Atwell as somebody that's lightning in a bottle. When he's utilized, he makes plays. So Tyler Johnson is not a super flashy guy, but he makes plays after the catch. He breaks tackles, and he's a good route runner. So I definitely see situationally him being used more as a chain mover. I'm very curious to see how they utilize him. And I'm curious about his development and overall maturation, because they're talking about a guy that's going to be, you know, entering his prime. If you could already say he could be in his prime, age 25, but, you know, age 26, it's coming up soon in August. I think we're going to see a really good rapport build between him and Stetson Bennett in preseason. And I think he's going to do enough to not only make the team, but get some opportunities during the season. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments section below. Those are my thoughts on Tyler Johnson. His 2024 season, it would be interesting to see if he could get things going in the return game, give him, you know, more value. But if that's not the case and he's just a special team guy that comes in every now and then, you know, on the offense and moves the chains, then so be it. But I like the guy. I think he's got talent, and I was really happy when the Rams went out and got him. I think this is just another one of those, you know, good football players, and maybe he's a late bloomer, right? Because there hasn't quite been the explosion that you would have expected coming out of Minnesota. I know he was drafted in the 5th round, 161st overall in the 2020 draft. So was Puka, by the way, drafted in the 5th round. But this is somebody that I remember specifically. Draft Twitter and, you know, all sorts of analysts were talking about him being in the top 3 rounds. So he was very well liked coming out of Minnesota, and he was productive coming out of Minnesota. So does he ever reach that? He hasn't had a ton of opportunities. He only has 6 career starts. We'll see. But that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And tomorrow, because I know a lot of you probably want to see it, I will release a video on Drake Stoops, and that will be that for the wide receiver room. Although I might drop in the comment section below if you want a Drake Stoops video, first off. And second, drop in the comment section below if you want a video on Xavier Smith. Because to be fair, he was there last year, so he would be the next one to get a video. After that, I don't think I'll do another video on the receivers, and then we'll move right over to the tight ends. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. Later. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.